Looking to watch the best action film of 2017? On June 13th, John Wick Chapter 2 finally hits home video. Check out the affiliate link in the video description for more. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and this story is really odd because it might make you question just how much food from gas stations you want to eat. You know what I mean? So there's a woman by the name of Lavinia Kelly, a 33-year-old mother out of Walnut Grove, California, which is just outside of Sacramento, who is currently in intensive care and has been since April 21st, when she ingested nacho cheese from the Valley Oak Food and Fuel in Walnut Grove, and then a couple hours later contracted botulism. Now, this is not an isolated case. In fact, news of this is spreading out right now because of a lawsuit that has been filed against the Valley Oak Food and Fuel by 9 people, one of whom happens to be Kelly, who have all experienced this particular disease in the last few months, and people don't know how or why it happened. In fact, Lavinia's partner told the news, "How did this happen over a bag of chips and nacho cheese?" Now, I used to work in a drive-in, right? And so we would prepare nacho cheese ourselves. We would get the big canisters from Costco. We'd mix it ourselves. You cut it with jalapeno juice for a little bit more spice, just as a little culinary tip for you there. And you just heat it up and you get it to a certain degree, a temperature, and then you serve it. And you don't serve it before then. And so something with the nacho cheese had to have happened. Someone must have tampered with it, is what it feels like here. Because looking at the Wikipedia page for it, it says that botulism can be spread in several different ways. The bacterial spores which cause it are common in both soil and water. They produce the botulinum toxin when exposed to low oxygen levels and certain temperatures. Foodborne botulism happens when food containing the toxin is eaten. Infant botulism happens when bacteria spreads in the intestines and releases the toxin. So there's different types, but it says prevention is primarily done by proper food preparation. The toxin, though not the organism, is destroyed by heating it to more than 85 degrees Celsius or 185 degrees Fahrenheit for longer than 5 minutes. Again, when I worked at the theater, we'd also cook hot dogs the same way. When I worked at the theater in Los Angeles, we would, have to sit there and we'd meat thermometer all the hot dogs to make sure that they were up to the right temperature and had been cooked for the right amount of time to be absolutely positively sure that we weren't going to get anybody sick. Proper food preparation is probably what caused, the lack of that is probably what caused this particular situation to go down the way that it did. However, the only thing I could think of would be the nacho cheese wasn't kept at the right temperature and it maybe wasn't stored properly, or, and this just could be a big tinfoil hat theory here, because of the 9 cases of this, it's entirely possible that it's not just neglect or an oversight, that it might actually be something that was done with intention. Now, I don't know. There's no evidence to support any of that. There's nothing to support any of that. But what I go back to is in the 70s and 80s, somewhere in there was, in Oregon, there was basically biological warfare that was done by a group, like a commune of like, not hippies, but they were like not Hare Krishnas, but something along those lines. One of those types of, like, Indian cults and whatever that you see. They had set up, like a commune outside of a town in Oregon. They wanted to, have their members run for city council. And then when that didn't work, they basically tried to poison the town by getting people sick by spraying bacteria over a salad bar, and like that kind of thing can happen. But I'm wondering if we're going to find out that anything around Walnut Grove is similar. Are there any are there any cults? Are there any communes? Are there any types of, groups like that are operating out of that region? And there might be. It's Northern California. It's not too far away from Sacramento. This probably isn't going to be like that. But that's where my mind goes when I think of this kind of stuff, is because it's just 9 cases. Botulism, that's rare as shit. Most people can handle food preparation well, but it's centered around this one location, which makes me think that this is something more nefarious than not. And I could totally be wrong And I would be very glad to know that it's negligence and not almost an act of terrorism, a biological terrorism. So I'd be glad to know that it's just that. I also very much want Lavinia Kelly to come out of her situation. For the last 4 weeks, she has been unable to open her eyes or unable to swallow food on her own. She has not left a hospital bed. And it's just sad that going to a gas station, getting a bag of chips and some nacho cheese, put her in this situation. Really makes you, kind of question. I'm not trying to drive fear or nothing like that, but it just like, you always got to wonder, are the people that are making your food doing it the right way? But everything in life's a gamble. That's the sad truth of the situation. But I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. Do you think these are isolated cases? Do you think this possible that it might be something more? Should I just take off the tinfoil hat? Let me know what you guys think. Also, be sure to thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, check back daily for pretty much more content from me. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Peace out.